The righteous way of living. The greatest weakness. One of the most profound weaknesses humans possess is fear. One reason our soul wears this physical body is to experience fear. Fear arises for two main reasons. Firstly, fear stems from ignorance. When one steps into society without understanding its norms and dynamics, it leads to anxiety. If one doesn't know how to interact with others, it creates uneasiness. Furthermore, when faced with the necessity for change but lacking the knowledge to make such change, it generates fear. Hence, the more knowledge and understanding we accumulate, the less anxiety we feel. Secondly, possessing knowledge can also induce fear, particularly when one doesn't fulfill their responsibilities. For instance, during a time one should be studying, there's no fear if one is dedicated to their studies. However, after acquiring knowledge and when one needs to shine in society if they don't fulfill their potential, over time fear and anxiety creep in. Religious leaders are no exception. Leaders who diligently fulfill their duties aren't burdened by fear, but those who fall short of their responsibilities feel it immensely. This is because they believe they may receive punishment from God for their inadequacies. Their fear signals that they recognize their current state as falling short of their duties. To use an animal analogy, think of a dog. If a dog successfully barks at and chases away an intruder, it happily wags its tail when seeing its owner. However, if the dog fails to react when a thief enters causing harm to the owner, it feels fear when faced with the owner because it didn't fulfill its duty. Workers who diligently complete their assigned tasks feel no fear. However, intellectuals, even after acquiring vast knowledge, can increasingly feel fear as time goes on. This is because knowledge is a product of countless people's sacrifices, and if one doesn't use this knowledge for the betterment of others, it can lead to a sense of fear. This belief stems from the profound notion that not using one's knowledge could lead to some form of divine consequence. In this context, punishment could mean facing illnesses or enduring major challenges because of one's errors. In summary, although every animal experiences fear to some extent, none feel it as intensely as humans do. Laborers should focus on their tasks, intellectuals should use their knowledge for the benefit of others, and entrepreneurs should fulfill their roles rightly to alleviate fear and anxiety. If you're feeling any sense of fear now, it's advisable to reflect upon whether you are fulfilling your role and responsibilities adequately. Analyzing the content presented, one of the most profound weaknesses humans possess is fear. Causes of fear. Fear from ignorance. Fear arises when individuals fail to understand the norms and dynamics of society. Similarly, anxiety stems from not knowing how to interact with others. Moreover, when one senses the need for change but lacks the knowledge on how to bring about that change, fear is invoked. Ultimately, it's asserted that as one's knowledge and understanding grow, fear diminishes. Fear from knowledge. After acquiring knowledge, fear emerges when one doesn't adequately act upon their role through that knowledge. This particularly pertains to those who feel a sense of responsibility. Their fear originates from the thought that they might face repercussions for their inadequacies or failures. Animal analogy. Using a dog as an example, when it diligently fulfills its role of guarding the house, it shows no fear and happily wags its tail upon seeing its owner. But if it fails in its duty, it exhibits fear when confronted by its owner. This analogy aptly illustrates the relationship between human responsibility and fear. Importance of knowledge. Knowledge, being a product of countless sacrifices from many individuals, demands that it be used for the betterment of others. If not, fear takes root. Such fear, it's argued, may arise from a deep-seated belief in divine judgment. This punishment or repercussion might manifest in the form of illnesses or significant challenges due to one's missteps. Conclusion. While all animals experience fear to a degree, none feel it as intensely as humans. Laborers should be diligent in their tasks, intellectuals ought to utilize their knowledge for the welfare of others, and entrepreneurs need to execute their roles appropriately. All these efforts help in diminishing fear and anxiety. If one is currently experiencing fear, it's prudent to introspect on whether they are adequately fulfilling their roles and responsibilities. Thanks for watching.